Hey guys, Mr. Nick Ugola, Commonwealth gold medalist wrestler, but also works with a ton of jiu-jitsu guys. In fact, you were saying most of what you're doing now is teaching wrestling for jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely. Teaching wrestling for jiu-jitsu, developing material and teaching it, and then also teaching wrestling for MMA. So it's become a specialty over the years.
Yeah, it's funny how that's emerged. We were just talking about how wrestling can apply to side mount escapes.
Yeah.
And you had some nice little differences on how you do it. Yeah. So if you can show that, that'd be great. So I take you down, pass your guard, and we end up here.
Yeah.
So how is what you do different from how jiu-jitsu guy might do it?
It's a little different. It's not much of it. It's the same thing. You can still do the same elbows, put yourself in position, but a little bit of what I do is I keep it so it's not about just regarding. I like to get back into the underhook. Right? So say once I've come here and I got down to my elbow, right? So I'm here. So this is a place, this position I feel extremely strong right now. Mm-hmm. So I got up, but I'm here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm hooking his hip. But I don't just like to hook the hip, it's an option. Because once I'm on the hip, I'm in this. So right now, we're basically a 50-50, but the guy with the overhook thinks they got the control.
Because I'm thinking I'm going to whiz in your face into the ground.
But as soon as you go about to whiz my face in the ground, look at what I do. I just switched from the hip to the traps. So see how it is?
No more leverage.
You see how it changes enough. But with the hip, you can still crank me down. But as soon as I feel the hip coming, boom. So now I do it. See, now the leverage changes. Now I can go forward. A lot of times I can just run it. So you can just run it by driving him down. Right? So now I'm in position. Or I can lock it and throw. See here, this hand goes here. And I secure this. So the same thing. Right? So it's two ways about it, right?
So you're sort of like a head and arm throw.
It's a head and arm throw, but this position allows me, especially when the guy wants to keep the whizzer. And if he decides to let go of the whizzer, boom. Say if he likes to, I'll throw it, and I'll just take it back. Maybe I'll take a seatbelt, whatever, right? So it doesn't really bother me, right? But it's like, first of all, I get out enough. I'll use the same principles of jiu-jitsu, elbow escape. But I'll get in the underhook.
Right.
Once I get the underhook, I just want to get out to the side to actually keep that hip. Once I keep that hip, I know he's just going to counter with a whizzer. As soon as he counters with a whizzer, I'm going to go to the neck. Then once I go to the neck, what happens? I pull my elbows into my side. So I pull down and into my side, which shortens him, and he loses the leverage for the overhook.
Can you show that one more time? And I'll point out some things that I'm feeling that are going to be hard to see, but if you take my word for it. Like if we start here. So now you move to your underhook.
Boom.
There.
See, so I'm here. Now I gotta continue it before he puts weight on, which I'm naturally just gonna continue doing.
So at this point, the grip that you've got on my floating ribs, like you're actively pulling. If you're doing it with somebody and it doesn't feel somewhat uncomfortable, you're probably not, like right now, you're not pulling.
I'm not pulling, but I'm going to pull. Because if I don't, this is what you're going to do. Boom! That's exactly, but I pull now. You've lost the leverage you have.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to come in. See, boom, from here, we're still kind of 50-50. But watch what happens as soon as I change here. See what happens to his shoulder?
Yeah, my arms are totally out of position at this point.
Okay, boom. So now, when I come in, don't just worry, don't rush this. Don't rush about throwing it. Think about it. See how his elbow is? Watch what I'm going to make his elbow do. See, I'm just driving him at a 45. It's about 45, right? This angle. Here, angle. And I just keep going. See, I'm keeping the pressure on that elbow. Boom.
And if you want to go to the head and arm toss version of that, you just link your hands, right?
Yeah, with head and arm toss version of that, same idea, boom. Okay? So now, I'm not really good. Again, if I just try to do a throw, I'm going to lose it. I call it more like a cruncher. So here, so I'm here. So watch what happens. So I'm going to plant his head to the mat. Forward. Okay? See what I mean? So it's not like it's like, I just want to put your head here, like about 45 degrees to the mat also.
It's very powerful, very hard to stop.
Exactly, but it allows me great control on the ground.
Okay. And if I do let go of the arm,
Okay,
then
so-
you just move and you've got my hip.
Exactly. So a lot of time, you might be feeling something is up. Right? And as soon as I'm here, guys, okay, I know everybody just loves to throw the hooks in. It's like it's the first thing taught. But I'm of the principle that it's important to break a person down before you throw it. It makes it way easier after. So from here, he's gonna either be looking either to go to his back or to get out or whatever. But so as soon as I throw that thing down, I want him down where I want. You see the feel here? Like
Your legs and your hips are connected to my back. If I move somewhere, you're coming with me.
connected. I'm here. Can I easily put this in? I can throw this in. Boom. Right? So it just gives me. I like to think of it. Make things easy for yourself. So I've always been on this quest. What is the perfect form of doing the perfect mix of jiu-jitsu and wrestling? That's been what and I've been fortunate to be in an environment where I've had the opportunity to experiment a lot. And that's it, to make it easy on yourself. Use the best of both worlds, right?
Right.
Use the things that make it easy for you to execute the other style.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can learn and beg and borrow and steal from everybody.
Exactly.
Guys, follow this man on YouTube now. You can also find him on Facebook, where he's active, and you're going to be more active on YouTube. We agreed.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nick.
Thank you.